So what's happening, guys? Welcome back to Operation Pour, or should I say, bienvenue à la montagne. Ajwadi. We're going to be talking about fortifying properties. And I have to hit off right here. If you're wondering what's going on in the background, we're also doing more footage for some other things, sniper things. I'm also about to go run a op when the rain calms down outside. I'm about to go run an op and try to hit a 10-inch blade at 300 yards across the field from a hide site. So I'm going to go up there and set my hide site up and execute the target. And I mean, I'm not really going to work on egress. I do that a lot. It's mainly just trying to get a decent distance. It's actually more than 300 yards. It's 300 meters, so it's about 330 yards, give or take, a little bit more. And that's what I'm doing today, training-wise. But I started thinking, I started thinking about some discussions I've been having in the Discord and stuff like that with people offline and online alike. And it seems to be, it's come to my attention that a lot of people don't really understand the mindset you need when you watch my channel, and it's other channels like mine. So when we talk about fortifying positions, this goes into the mindset that you need when you watch videos akin to mine. Okay. The whole purpose of getting this knowledge and watching these videos is to be prepared for invasive threats, asymmetrical warfare, using guerrilla tactics to take on foreign invaders and stuff like that. I do not incite violence. It is solely for defense. Most other YouTubers agree with that are gun tubers or prepared citizen YouTubers. So when we get into that, we have to fortify our minds with knowledge. We have to fortify ourselves from things like anxiety, depression, mental health. We need to take care of ourselves because there's a lot of rabbit holes and conspiracies and stuff. And when you start like going really deep into that, it really does become a problem. To try to keep your head on straight can be hard with all this crap and social media and stuff like that. So as we move forward, we're actually fortifying our positions and our land, so to speak. Just keep that in mind. You need to fortify your soul. You need to get right with God. You need to have all your ducks in a row before you even start any of this. Another thing is, this isn't necessarily for people that live in an apartment in the city. This is for people that own about an acre of land or more. And this is stuff that you just need to have done, because you're not going to have time to do it if something kicked off. Now, what exactly am I talking about? I'm talking about pre-dug fighting positions, fortified with sandbags and concrete. I'm talking about trenches for warfare on your property now. Like, this already needs to be done. Stuff like that. Fighting positions, spider holes pre-dug, all that, sound alarms, game cameras, night vision cameras, not only for like everyday security of like home invaders and crap like that. I don't worry about that around here because I have so much security and stuff on my property that I know when a deer takes a piss. You know, a deer can't even shake its tail without me knowing. A squirrel can't crack a nut against a tree on my property without me knowing, because I just have all this stuff. And this stuff isn't from a schizo scenario or anything. This wasn't like I woke up one day and obsessively done this in about a month's time. This has been years of kind of lollygagging on and off, digging ditches, digging or fortifying some kind of fighting position on all sides of my property. Barbed wire, buying barbed wire, putting up, setting off, or not setting off, but acquiring 12-gauge trip alarms, set up to use as sound devices. Keyword is sound devices. That's what makes it legal. You take the shot out of a shotgun shell, make the shotgun shell a blank, and then whenever somebody goes up the tripwire, boom, it sounds like, like a gunshot, and then someone's on your property. I have them everywhere. But come to without rule of law scenario, come to without foreign invasion, tanks in the street, I can easily replace those blanks with real deal buckshot and blow someone's fucking leg off if they're trying to invade my property. I'm just saying. Just throwing that out there. Like I said, they're not set up for that right now. They're just out and about, triple arms to, so I know what's going on my land. And this isn't for, I don't really care if people come and hunt on my land and stuff like that. I understand that. This isn't me like, oh, I'm digging in and going crazy. Like I said, this is just lollygagging for years, purchasing $25 of this, $30 of this here and there every couple months, buying more triple arms. I got a shovel and just digging holes, digging trenches, digging spider holes, crap like that, covering them up, building little shelters on the property. My property isn't that big. I mean, it's surrounded by bigger properties, but my property itself is not that big. And this is just some things to consider what I've been talking about. So literally, like, easy thing to do that's inconspicuous is make a ditch line about a little over waist deep or chest deep, a good, fighting position or a good trench. Make it all the way around your property line. Yes, you can fence it, and depending on the lay of the land, that might be better for you. But I use mine as an irrigation system. I literally use it as a ditch, but it also acts as a quick, hasty trench and fighting position that is already pre-dug. If I need to dig in, or if I have a group or something like that that is over here when, foreign invasion, stuff like that. That's what we talk about on this channel. I already have it. Even if you had an excavator or a backhoe or something like that, it would take you weeks, at least weeks, about 2 weeks to fortify your house and your position. And then while you do that, you're going to have all that loud ass noise from the heavy equipment. You're going to have men everywhere trying to get this done, and you're not going to have lack of security. Let's say you get lucky and you have 6 individuals that want to stay on your property and want to homestead with you and just work on a compound with you. You guys need to already be doing that at the selected property before it kicks off, because if it kicked off, we get invaded, you're not going to have weeks, you're not going to have months, and you're not going to have the calories because all the grocery stores and stuff are probably going to be gone. They're not going to get reliable resupply or anything like that, and an all-out war on U.S. soil. So you need to keep this in mind. You're going to be expending so many calories, especially if you don't have heavy equipment. If you don't have heavy equipment, it's going to take at least 2 months to dig a good ditch. Because let's be realistic, you got to have people pulling security, otherwise you're going to get mortared, you're going to get shot. You have to have a comms guy, you have to have, a standby medic or somebody that specializes in medical stuff. And while they can all help, the primary duties override what's going on digging the fighting positions. You already need them dug. So what? You get some weird looks. Whatever, it doesn't matter. You can mask stuff as cellars, you can mask stuff as storm shelters, you can mask them as ditches, irrigation systems, call 811, whatever, before you dig. But like all this is just stuff that you already need to have done to your property if you have some, because you're not going to have the time, you're not going to have the energy, you're not going to have the food. I mean, really think about this. Think about this. I'm 25. No health conditions. No health conditions that I know of. I get winded digging a hole 30, 45 minutes. I gotta sit down. I'm talking digging a real hole, busting up roots and crap like that. I'm done, like, for the day. And you can call me a wuss. I lift weights, I do cardio, I train, but like really digging in and digging a hole, especially in like not sand but real like compacted dirt, it's a lot harder than a lot of people think. Like I said, cutting roots, busting up the roots and just digging, it's hard work. You're not going to be on your P's and Q's. You're going to be complacent as hell, making a lot of noise digging them holes. And yes, the Army does it. You know why the Army does it? The Marines do it because they have 30 people in a platoon. They have let's say a company has 4 platoons. That's 120 people they have to dig all around to fortify the fob, to fortify the base, stuff like that. They have logistical support as well. They have this and that and this and that. In a guerrilla sense, you are on your own. So, I mean, literally once a week or, you know, whatever, if you're just digging around, go out with a shovel and just start digging a ditch. Like, your off days. It ain't got to be every time. But let's say 3 years from now you finally got it dug and something kicks off, it would be worth it. It would be another barrier of entry to your property. Something like a gate, getting a gate, a brick wall, fence, something like that. Security, you know, cameras, solar powered cameras, motion detected lights, just all that kind of stuff. That really fortifies your position. Now in the house and stuff like that, 100%, you can put extra layers of concrete blocks, you can put sandbags and stuff, whatever you want to do, but that, I'm not going that far. I'm not going that far yet. I might have some stuff on standby, but my main thing, and my main thing that I'm trying to preach right now to you guys in particular, is you need to have that stuff already done. The dirt, the lay of the land, you need it fortified with that barbed wire up way before something kicks off. Because if something did kick off, let's say tomorrow, or a year from now, 2, 3, 4, 8 years from now, you're not going to have the time if you haven't already done it. See, I don't need to dig any holes right now because I already dug the holes. I already dug the ditches myself. I already made and fortified the fighting positions over the span of 6, 7 years. I haven't had, nor do I feel the need to work on them anymore because I've gotten them to a very decent level. Now, typically, I would be out here like showing you these, but where it is my property, I'm a big thing. I don't want to ever dox myself. Nobody knows what state I live in, stuff like that. I mean, I mean all this from the bottom of my heart. You know, I don't incite violence or anything, but in the case of asymmetric warfare or foreign invasion or something like that, like I said, guys, you need to have the stuff already done. You need to already be prepared because you're not going to have that chance. You're not going to be able to spend months and months digging a hole or weeks digging a hole with an excavator, wasting diesel, wasting this, wasting that, when you could already just do a little bit at a time, one piece at a time. Johnny Cash it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's pretty much it. Moral of this story, have it done already. If you have nothing done right now, just start doing it little by little, and then it'll work out. And even if nothing ever happens, you have a fine-ass irrigation system and you have all this cool stuff on your property you can play airsoft with or something. I mean, you know, you can find other uses besides actual combat. I mean, I'm sure you can. But God bless you. If you don't know Jesus Christ, He knows you. He's your Lord and Savior. Whether you know that or not, it is up to you to go find Him. Au revoir. Avianto. See you next time on the mountain. Peace.